At this time of the year, we are in the thick of the MotoGP season, and there are so many stories to talk about and so less time to talk about them. So the idea of this video is to pack as many MotoGP stories as possible in under 5 minutes and keep you all updated with all things MotoGP. So without wasting any more time, let's get this video started. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Let's go. Giving his take on the Fabio Quartararo incident at the Catalan GP, Ducati man Jack Miller in his typical fashion said, "We cannot be trusted. We are riders. And when you find yourself in a situation like this, you don't think about safety, but about the result. Someone has to look at these things. You cannot trust us riders." Staying on the same incident for one more story, reigning world champion Joan Mir shared his views about how the incident should have been handled. He said, "I think it's quite punishable. We have to learn from this. It is clear that I would not want any other rider in any other race having a problem with the breastplate and throwing it in the middle of the line. That is endangering other riders. I think we have to set an example with penalties so that it doesn't happen again." Moving on to Joan Mir's teammate, a fifth consecutive zero for Alex Rins, this time due to injury, left the Spaniard wondering what could have been at his home GP. But what makes matters worse is that he also missed the test on Sunday, and that's what hurts him the most. He said that they wanted to test a different configuration which would allow them to enter the corner with more braking, and this could have potentially solved the still unknown reason for his recent crash streak. On to Maverick Vinales. Continuing with the pattern of acing the testing days ever since he joined Yamaha, Maverick Vinales again topped the official test at Barcelona after the Catalan GP. He said that he worked a lot on one lap pace for qualifying and did a lot of laps in the afternoon when the track was hot and especially slippery. He also tried a new chassis and a new carbon swing arm and liked it a lot. Whether the carbon swing arm will make an appearance in the race or not, only time will tell. Unlike Jack Miller and Fabio Quartararo, Aleix Espargaro's arm pump surgery has not gone quite well. The Aprilia rider underwent the surgery after the French GP on May 17th. It has been a long time since then. Speaking relatively, of course, and while both Jack and Fabio are back to winning ways, Aleix is having fluid retention issues ever since he had the surgery. He was having the arm constantly drained throughout the Italian GP weekend and had it done a couple of times at the Catalan GP as well, and he also missed the test due to the swelling in the same arm. This puts the strong charge of Aprilia with their revolutionary RSGB21 in a pickle and a big question mark over the hopes of getting on a podium in near future. Tech 3 KTM rider Iker Lecuona finally got his hands on the new chassis which has worked its magic for the KTM factory team in last 2 GPs. After riding with the new chassis for almost the whole day at the Barcelona test, the young Spaniard said that even though the lap times and the data looks very similar, the feeling on the bike is very different. On the other side of the garage, Danilo Petrucci also got to play with the new chassis, and even though he acknowledged that the new chassis does help a little bit, he emphasized that his issues are due to his size and aerodynamics, so he focused on trying different things in that area. In the last 2 races, we have seen a sudden lift in performance of both factory riders with the arrival of the new chassis. The same chassis now being made available to the Tech 3 riders as well means that they no longer have any excuses for not performing as well as the factory boys. Let's stay with KTM's for one more story. After a second place and a win in 2 consecutive races at very different track layouts, Miguel Oliveira is confident that the KTM RC16 with the new chassis is a real contender now, but also brought down the expectations by saying, "With back-to-back podiums and me moving out so quickly in the standings, it is quite tempting to think about the championship, but I just prefer to focus on every weekend and bring home the most points as possible in every race. At the end we will see where we end up, but right now this is the main focus." I'm sure that you know by now, but just in case you somehow missed it, last week a couple of more contracts were signed. Now I did make a video about the silly season and where some of these riders might end up, and you can check it out at the link in the description. But now, since it's official, let's reiterate. Brad Binder will stay with KTM till at least 2024. Johann Zarco and Jorge Martin will stay with Pramac Ducati with full factory support for 2022. Remy Gardner will join the MotoGP grid in 2022 in Tech 3 KTM colors. If you made it till here, let me know by hitting the like button. And what do you think of this video format? Let me know in the comment section. And as usual, for regular updates and insights about all things MotoGP, do subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankalp and I'll be back with another video very soon.